Welcome back, dear viewers, and you are still watching the Breakfast Show. And in this segment of our program, we will talk about tourism sector in Egypt, as Egypt is participating in Dubai Expo 2020. We'll try to know more about activities of the Egyptian pavilion there, to what extent it is attracting more visitors and promoting for Egyptian tourism abroad. And now we are joined by Dr. Yehia Abdel Qader. He is a tourism expert. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
So, Dr. Yehia, let's talk about the Egyptian pavilion in Dubai Expo 2020 and its activities, to what extent it is promoting for Egypt in the Arab market.
Well, just yesterday, Sheikh Mohammed Rashid, ruler of Dubai,
Yes.
made delegation from United Arab Emirates. He visited the Egyptian pavilion and admired its display and content, which ranges from energy to technology, trade, commerce, agriculture, education, health,
Yes.
real estate, and investment. So really, this is a great show that was admired by many visitors, and that's why we have 7,000 visitors by day that lining up to visit the Egyptian pavilion and admire its heritage, which is presented in the coffin of priest cosmetics, and with theme, which is originality to posterity.
Yes. Also, Egypt is expected to participate in an important tourism exhibition in London in November. Tell me more about preparations for this exhibition.
Actually, WTM, the World Travel Market, is the largest travel show, like in the world, because it's the travel exchange. You have the major suppliers traveling from tour operators to airlines, to international cruise alliances, and hotel corporations worldwide.
Yes.
So Egypt annually, participate in this large show because it generates, magnificent results and conclusions for each country that participates annually in this travel show.
Yes. So, sir, to what extent these exhibitions are a chance to promote for cultural tourism in Egypt, particularly in light of the unprecedented archaeological discoveries and the expected inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum? So, how can we promote for cultural tourism in these expeditions?
Well, currently, shortly, inshallah, on 4th of November, opening will be the grand opening of the Ramp Avenue, which, links between El Karnak and Luxor Temple, and this is a great preparation as well. The whole world is lining up, the world media, delegations and ambassadors and tour operators to attend this great event, which is going to include Hatshepsut Temple, Valley of the Kings, and Luxor town and its antiquities as well. Apart from that, we have travel shows, like the golden, golden fairs, in currently in Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Which is going to stay there for 4 months and then tour, 3 other museums as well. So our archaeological findings is a great attraction and, significant promoting tourism, locally, regionally, and internationally as well.
Yes, so you were just talking about Luxor and preparations to make it one of the important tourist attractions in Egypt, and a big ceremony is expected, I think, in November, right?
Yes, November 4th, inshallah.
Yes, so tell me more about preparations for this important event.
Well, actually, historically, Karnak Temple is one of the oldest shrines worldwide, back 4,000 years ago. And there was an annual visitation, a celebration of moving, the statue, the camel, and the Atropit festival from the sacred, which is the holy sacred location in the temple, which is only allowed to the high priest. And we moved the boats, the relic of Ammon through the Rams Avenue up to the Luxor temple, and stay there for 2 or 3 weeks to celebrate, with his wives, and the festival, through the mountains with vehicles and boats. And the celebration takes nearly 1 month, and 3 boats, move in a full moonlight. And currently we have a heritage, in Egypt, which is we are still celebrating City Abu Haggag Festival, which is, like a replica of the ancient one that dates back 4,000 years ago.
So, sir, also to what extent the inauguration of Kabash Road will facilitate movement of tourists in these areas?
Well, the government really, Ministry of Tourism is having a very, solid strategy, like for moving visitors internationally to charter flights. Like we have visitors now to Sharm el-Sheikh, Qader, Marsa Alam, Luxor, and Aswan, through charters from Zurich, from Milan, from St. Petersburg, Moscow, and this is a high season for Egypt, and we are currently enjoying a warm winter that will attract millions of visitors, inshallah.
So also Egypt has launched an ecotourism campaign to promote ecotourism and raise environmental awareness of citizens. So tell me more about this initiative.
Well, this is a joint initiative between the Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Environment in Egypt, and like work collaboratively to promote, like 16 destinations, like the seaway oasis, like the trail of the Red Sea Mountains, like Halab and Latin, and all these areas, which is untrodden, like by regular tourists, and we're trying to work as well to save and keep, like the environment clean from excess, like waste, leftovers, plastics, and all this. So we're trying to keep a clean environment and encourage visitors to go to remote places that have been pristine for hundreds of years.
So, sir, tell me more about preparations for the winter season and the reservation rates. Are they promising? Yes.
Well, the number one, the Ministry of Tourism nearly, made it accessible for hotels to reach its maximum capacity, which is the high season now. This is the peak of the year for Egyptian travel, which Egypt is known for the winter resort. So this is one, one of the areas that the Ministry is planning for. Again, they are training the staff, and keeping still the safety. So, sanitation and immunization. And number three, the increasing and doubling, the transportation and vehicles, an airline charter, encouraging them because this is the main mode of transportation for visitors to come to Egypt via air and sometimes via international cruises.
Yes. So, sir, also there are plans for digital transformation, the digital transformation project in the Ministry of Tourism. So, to what extent this project will facilitate reservations and promotion for Egyptian tourism?
Well, the Ministry is having really, a very solid, program for online booking, which would help, with like Travel Velocity, Booking.com, worldwide. So now visitors worldwide, nearly 60% of all the travel is booked individually online.
Yes.
So with this digital vehicle, we are doubling our volume of visitors, and as well we are using the same mode and instrument for promoting tourism through YouTubers and the blogging and online, promotion and marketing. Yes. This is a good vehicle.
Yes, actually, recently there was a group of bloggers in Sharm el-Sheikh, international foreign bloggers, and they were giving their opinion about Sharm el-Sheikh and promoting for Egypt. So, tell me more about the importance of their visit.
Well, really, for over a year, the Ministry of Tourism has been planning visitations and, fan trips, for YouTubers and bloggers and, famous, media bloggers who are known worldwide. They came from Poland, they came from Hungary, they came from Serbia, they came from Russia,
yes,
they came from Germany, and we have other delegations that come from Latin America. So really, this is a good lead, to promote, because we have large, followers and audiences by the millions, and this is a very attractive vehicle, especially for the young generations who love adventure and the sport, and athletics who come to dive and scuba diving and kite like sailing in Sharm el-Sheikh and Yehia and Marsa Alam.
Yes.
Yes, that's what the minister has been doing for 2 years now.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Yehia Abdel, tourism expert. Thank you for being with us. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of The Breakfast Show. I'm Sheena Adel, and I was joined by my colleague Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.